sorry about that, but my screen went vertical instead of horizontal. But I'm in now. Okay. Hello everyone, and happy Mario Monday. This is your friend Alex, Super Nintendo Gamer. Welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be playing some more Mario Kart World. So get ready, everyone. And I will be putting new the post that you see in my Discord. I'll be updating new posts here. Hello Ren2, how you guys doing today? I had to make a new stream because my old one went vertical. So how you doing today, Jack? I'll be making game chat. Okay. Hello Aja, how you doing today? Hello Victoria. While waiting for everybody, I'll be putting out the new links in. Hello Jack.
Hello.
Hello Timmy. Hello Tajay.
I don't do the yard grinding.
Hello.
Hello Jack.
So
So how you doing today, Jack and Tajay?
I'm doing okay.
Hello Rick, and hello Victoria, and welcome.
Doing nice. Not bad. How are you doing today, Alex?
We said Jack.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. How you doing today, Jack?
Oh, yes. I had a golden mushroom.
Yeah, my voice is kind of low.
Are you okay, Jack?
Yeah, my
Why
voice
is
is
your
kind
voice
of
like
low.
Why is your voice like that?
I think he's got a cold, Tajay.
I don't know. We got a star.
Hello Maria.
My voice. I can't hear me that well.
Okay. And the mushroom.
Are you gonna play with us today, Jack?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, thank goodness. I saved myself.
sorry. My voice is kind of going away.
Okay.
I hope you'll be okay, Jack.
Okay, there's the thing.
So I talk.
If it hurts too much to be talked, Jack, type some in the chat so you won't strain your voice. I had that one time where I had where my throat was kind of sore and I had to type.
It's not fun.
I know. Hello, Azure.
Hey, Jack.
Azure, Jack's throat is hurting him.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, so that's why you. Yeah.
Jack, if you once you type something in the chat so you won't strain your voice.
Yes, and then I'll switch. At first, I thought it was a Rinto impression, but if his throat is hurting, that would also explain it.
I hope you get phone better, Jack.
It's not an impression. It really hurts.
I am sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that too. I hope you get phone better, Jack.
Go into my live chat.
Oh, Jack, do you want to play with us?
First, the last one.
I'll play with you guys.
Okie dokie.
I was a vocal infection here.
So how was your day with your nephew, day, Azure?
That was hectic, to say the least.
You said something. He has a short attention. He has a short attention span.
Yeah, he's only 3.5 years old, so that's to be expected.
It's good to know, sir.
Yeah, I'll be looking after him for half a day tomorrow as well.
Sir, listen to my voice. You can't already tell.
Oh, Jack, don't use your voice. Write something in the chat so you can let your voice rest.
I'll try that.
Okie dokie.
Oh wow! I had to know. And the last thing we would want is to hurt your voice even more. So just give it time to rest. You can use the chat if you need to say something.
Which is that's like that one time I had a similar thing, Jack. I just had to type to my mom to talk to her. Let your voice rest, Jack. Hope you get phone better, Jack. Okay, everyone. Okay, Azure. I guess it's time to get moving again.
That joke is never gonna die, will it?
I saw you. Oh, speaking of which, I saw something. I think I saw on the 10 that we're getting the Super Mario Galaxy movie direct.
Yeah, I saw that today. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I saw it and the server.
And it's going to be really good.
Did you see the design of Yoshi that they also showed?
I seen it. It looks really cool.
Selfie.
Oh, today Azure, we found that keyboard I found at the flea market.
Get red shells. You say that again?
The Sega Dreamcast keyboard I found at the flea market.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw it that day and I knew I kind of debated if I was going to get or not, and I decided to get because if I did, I probably never see one of those again. And I'm glad I did get. It works fine. And guess how much those are going on eBay?
I think I looked them up once. Wasn't it like $70 or something?
They went now. Now they're like 80 and 100.
All right. And what did you find it for at the flea market?
I think I found it for $10.
Oh wow, that's a steal.
The only thing is, there's only 2 buttons missing, but I can get replacements for them.
The next up is Knockout Tour.
Which is a good buy because these old accessories for these older machines are getting harder to find, and more people in like online wants more for them.
Oh boy.
Oh, Azure and Taji, how was your test run on Kirby's Air Riders?
It was good. I played it with
I only played it for about an hour. It was okay though. The biggest problem I have, and this is with the original one too,
it
is that
reminds me of Bella and Sonic Racing Cross World.
the biggest problem I have is just how the controls are super responsive, so it can be kind of hard to control yourself.
I'll have to do I'll have to play that and see how it is.
Yeah, there's another test run event this coming weekend.
I think I'll probably do a stream on it.
Oh boy, Cloud Rally.
You doing Knockout Tour, Tajay? I thought you didn't like it.
Well, everyone wanted me to come back to the Knockout.
Nice first, Azure.
That was lucky though. That if that blue shot had not struck, Victoria would have won first.
Well, we got the top 2. Let's see. Oh, we got the top 4.
No, top 4.
Can't beat that.
I can't believe that Baby Luigi player was front running for quite a while. I was wondering, like, is there a fifth player that we don't know about?
I think. Let's see how many are. No, there's just the 4 of us. It's you, me, Victoria, and Jack.
Yeah, but there was for the first part of that track, there was someone at first. I was wondering who it was, and it was a Baby Luigi player. Yeah, just a CPU, I guess.
They're on hard, the CPUs. I know there's some CPUs that really give like the players a hard run sometimes. Azure, I was looking up the Sega Dreamcast keyboard. There was this like disc you could get for your Dreamcast. It was called the web browser, and you could go on the internet on your Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast was one of the first consoles that I actually tried to add online implementation as kind of as early on as it was back then. Oh, and by the way, I chose this intermission for one reason, and I'm sure you'll see what it is when the time comes.
The tornado, right?
That's right.
Oh, this is one of my favorite tracks.
I mean, I hope it's this animation. I mean, unless I picked it wrong.
I think this is that track.
Because when we were racing, during your collab with ATBPG, when we were racing from Whistle Stop to, Chocolate Mountain, there was the tornado. So hopefully on the way to Mario Circuit, we'll see it too.
Are you kidding me? Let's look again.
I see Victoria. I looked up the last night. Me and my mom looked up the Sega Dreamcast keyboard. There's tons of games for that for use for that game. Even Sonic Adventure can use the keyboard.
Don't mind me, Alex. I'm just riding these power lines above you.
I see you. Oh, Azure, did you hear what I said?
About the Sega Dreamcast and the games that for the keyboard? Yeah, I heard it.
I want how the keyboard use. I want how you use the keyboard on Sonic Adventure. It says it's compatible with it.
I caught him.
Okay, I guess we never did see the tornado. I guess I was wrong for picking the animation then.
At least we're in the top 2 here. Oh, Victoria's right behind me. She's armed with shells. Nice win, Azure.
Yeah, I actually did not know about that rail that you can ride on there. I saw, I think during one of the ATPVG streams, he took that route. Oh, by the way, Alex, speaking of ATPVG,
Yes.
I actually made a forum post on his server asking the hypothetical question: how could, if you could choose to change your emissions, how to make them better, how would you do it?
How to make them better? Let me think here. Well, there'd be 200 cc's for one. I guess.
I basically said like have the courses have more twists and turns rather than just be straight. Maybe add boss characters that interfere with the track. Like for example, imagine if like a giant King Boo appeared and he would slow you down if he caught you, or a giant Babano appears on a course and blows up. You have to find a way to get around it and get back to the track.
Oh, that would be awesome. I like that idea, Azure.
I was probably spitballing ideas, but that was just what was coming to my mind.
But those are really good ideas.
Because whether you love them or hate them, I think it's safe to say intermissions are here to stay.
I think the intermission tracks give something new to Mario Kart. It makes it feel like you're actually racing. Like in those worldwide Grand Prix at the where people go cross country to race. It kind of reminds me of that.
And of course, as you brought multiple times, it really brings to mind that those scenes from "It's a Mad World."
Oh yes, that movie. Yes, after we got playing this, I sent everybody, I sent you and everyone else clips of that movie.
Well, I gotta tell you before everyone keeps telling me to do the knockout. Sure. So there you go. I have to do it. Happy now.
Let's see what I turn you guys into now.
Probably Contour. Yep, I thought so. And there's giant giraffes. And I went out the course as a result.
Okay, made it.
Who's ever in first place is going to get it?
That's not me.
What's Victoria? She got it. Oh, and also seen your post, Azure, about the cheese and Kirby Air Riders.
That was a surprise for me when I saw that.
You said that. You said this is going to turn into a meme.
Yeah, I think so. I think it will. It just shows up so common now after Luigi's Mansion.
It all started on that Luigi's Mansion stream I did.
At least all the cheese that's showing up, like in Pokemon and other streams, at least they don't look as disgusting or moldy like the one Luigi's Mansion did.
Oh yeah, the one Luigi's Mansion. It looked like it was a lot of mold on it. Nobody wants to eat that cheese. Now the one.
And it's been on the floor for who knows how long.
Okay.
Maybe for centuries.
Just one night because the mansion did just like appeared in like one night. It appeared and disappeared in one night.
Yes, so that. But cheese has to be refrigerated.
Yeah, it's still dairy.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's cheese in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I know. You can make, and you can use it to make pizza.
Let's see if I can
Oh,
not mess this up.
while we're on the subject of Zelda, did you get that Age of Imprisonment Hyrule Warriors game?
No, I'm holding off on that for now. I'm more interested in the story, so I'm just gonna like watch the story clips on YouTube and get my fill.
Because that red show.
You can play with people with it on Game Share.
Yeah, I know, but I personally don't have anyone nearby that I think has gotten it.
Is Invisible ATBG having a collab tonight?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern.
If they're still streaming, I'll probably raid them.
What? How did you know? How did you know?
Yeah, I would have played more of the Kirby Global Test Ride this weekend, but I've been so hooked on Legends ZA so much.
So how you coming on Legends ZA, Azure?
Currently 65 hours in. I feel I want to say I'm possibly getting close to the end of the story, but I have no clue.
I might gonna end the stream because I'm about to join their collab. I might do the lab. I'm just gonna.
Oh, someone got me with a super horn.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave the stream because I think they're about to do this is more HDD or about to do a collab. So sorry if I wasn't able to do that.
I really need to go back and do some knockout tour online. I put it off for so long, but I wanted to do it. I mainly just stuck to the verses online, but I should go back to do knockout tour again.
I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm going to take me to an invisible collab.
Knockout tour is awfully fun. It always makes it so franky when you have a full house like we did last time.
Knockout tour online.
And I think it was last night. Gamer with 7. He did a stream where he did verses. He didn't do that well. Then he switched to knockout tour, and he thankfully did much better.
Uh-oh, I just got turned to cow.
Oh yeah, I just did that too. I saw there was Kamek, and yep, there's cows appearing in the chorus. So watch out, they're still there.
Oh no. Oh, speaking of cows, I saw this cow footstool at Dollar General.
A cow footstool?
Yes, like when you put your feet up where in the winter near the fire, or just the rest.
Oh, I see.
It was at. Nice win, Azure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, take your time, Jack. Speaking of knockouts, let's do one.
All right, sounds good.
I hope Jack gets filmed better.
As do I.
We're looking forward to the Super Mario Galaxy movie Direct, and what we'll see in that Direct. Hello, always Mario Kart Tour, and thank you guys for the 7 likes. I really appreciate that.
I'm hoping we see. I hope we see Rosalina appear.
I hope so too.
Oh, speaking of which, Gamer with 7 has come out and said that if in the Mario Galaxy movie, if Baby Rosalina appears and is given a backstory, then he will do a playthrough of Mario and Luigi Partners of Time.
Yeah.
Let's hope, and Babe Rosalina will be in the movie, so he can do that.
Did he get the game?
I think he will, though.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure. He may have, but
he could also have it on his Wii U. Welcome back, Jack.
Welcome back, Jack.
I was on PC because Invisible might invite me to a game chat.
He might, but we also invited them here as well, or Alex did.
I invited him because I had a feeling he'd probably come over tonight.
Yeah, I hope I get better.
I'm sure you will, Jay. Just rest your voice.
Just rest your voice, Jack. Take care. Drink some hot tea. Hot tea always helps me.
See ya.
See ya, Tajay.
One thing I'm always told that helps with a sore throat is rinsing with salt water. That always helps.
Probably try that.
Uh-oh, here comes all the wind-up car and it's shooting crates out.
Oh, I think I can see it.
Is your youngest nephew into Sonic too?
As far as I know, I'm sure he probably will, but right now he's more into stuff like Paw Patrol.
Who's Evan first is gonna get it?
Oh, I know.
That's me, don't worry. I'll take it.
Oh, we're gonna get turned into this time. Oh, Monty Mole.
Oh, and a whole bunch of Monty Moles pop up out of the ground. Yep, I see that.
Oh, I see him too. That reminds me, donut planes from Super Mario Kart.
I don't want to hurt my voice, so I'm going to back on mute.
Go ahead, Jack. Yeah, I remember there was one time, I think it was like 2 years ago, there was this podcast I sometimes listen to, and the person who hosted it, one night they had like a sore throat, and they were almost losing their voice. So there was someone else who stepped up to the plate and took over for them.
And it's never fun getting sore throat. I had that one back, I think, when I was a kid, and I couldn't hardly talk. I think my aunt made me a lot of hot tea, and it helped my throat. Oh, before I forget, thank you, Azure, for looking at the stuff I found at the flea market.
Well, it was also interesting, so thank you for sharing it.
You're welcome. That guy up there I bought off of, he sells like a lot of the old retro games and stuff. He also sells like DVDs and Blu-rays. He has like pretty much everything. He has everything from the NES all the way up to Switch 2. What else he has? One time I saw the Sega Game Gear up there.
Speaking of the Game Gear, I believe at one point, this is when Sega, I think it was marketing the Saturn. I think one of the Sega of Japan executives, I think they once said that going forward they were only going to support 3 systems, which was the Genesis, the Game Gear, and the Saturn.
That sounds like a good lineup.
So they were dropping the Master System, they were dropping the Nomad, and the Sega CD Input 2X.
I was thinking I was thinking about that today about Sega. It seems like when you showed me that video, it seems like both sides really just kind of did what they wanted to do. They didn't really care what the fans wanted.
Yeah, they definitely each had their own vision of what they wanted to do going forward, but because they clashed with each other so much, it really just bit them right in the behind, and karma came back to get them.
It did. I remember this one video I watched. If I can find it, I'll send it to you, Azure. It was about the Dreamcast, and it said when the Dreamcast came out, it said by the time that system came out, a lot of people was disgusted with Sega because they had all that stuff happened with the Saturn, 32X, and pretty much what happened back in the mid-90s.
It really is a shame because the Dreamcast has so much potential, just unfulfilled potential and there are people today that just adore the system.
There's this guy I met one time when me and my family was out on a trip. He was saying he liked the Dreamcast software, and he was saying how they messed it up with all that squabbling between Sega Japan and Sega America.
There was another person that I used to watch. Back when it was right before the Switch came out. He made a retrospective video on the Wii U, and he was basically saying how this could end up being the next Dreamcast, with how in a few years people might have rose tinted glasses and wonder why Nintendo didn't support it. It's just how some people may wonder why didn't Sega support the Dreamcast? This system is awesome.
The Dreamcast was awfully good. I was reading an article. It said the Dreamcast had a strong lineup, like with Sonic Adventure, and there was that other game called Crazy Taxi. A lot of people said it was because the PlayStation 2 had a DVD player, why the Dreamcast failed. But then I got thinking about that. The GameCube didn't have a DVD player, and it sold as well.
Yeah, the PS2 having a built-in DVD player, that was what drew casuals in, because they said even if casuals maybe they play 5 games every 2 years or something, if they might as well buy it because it's 2-in-1. You can have a DVD player and a game console on the side for the 5 games you may play.
And I also know the Dreamcast was like a computer too. But I think what really hurt the Dreamcast was the fact there was all that stuff happening between Sega Japan and Sega America back in the mid-90s, between the Saturn and 32X. Because they promised all these big games for the Saturn, like Sonic X-Treme and many others, and they never delivered. They never came out those games. Hello, Kamari. I'm doing good. How you doing today, my friend? Hello, Ron. Stu's playing Tears of the Kingdom.
I would love to go back and play that game again. I really enjoyed my time with the Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild, but I didn't want to burn myself out by playing Tears of the Kingdom right after. So I'm not sure when I'll play it, but I really want to go back sometime.
Jack just posted a comment in the chat. He said his throat really hurts.
Yeah.
I hope you get
like I said, the thing I do with sore throats that helps the most, in addition to having warm tea but not scalding, Also, just take some slightly hot water, like maybe warm water, and just mix it with some salt, and then just gargle that. That really helps the sore throat.
I hope you get phone bad, Jack.
Every time I have a sore throat, that's always what I'm told, is just gargle with warm salt water. I hear the Shiveria theme from Mario Odyssey playing.
Oh, I hear it. That's a really cool theme. Uh-oh, the ice bros are throwing ice balls at us. Not today, Blue Shell. Super Horn.
Yeah, I was wondering who was in first place.
It was me. They're trying to get me, so I used my Super Horn on them.
I keep seeing this biker Wario, and I just keep telling myself it's not jabbing.
I hadn't seen Javin for a couple. I talked to him yesterday. I hadn't seen him. He had popped up on the streams a couple times. Is he okay?
Yeah, the last time I talked to him, I think he was just feeling a little bit down. So I hope he's doing okay. I spoke to him and I wish him well.
I hope he gets feeling better too. Uh-oh, Blue Shell again. Oh, before the stream started, I was testing out the keyboard for the Dreamcast. It's really awesome.
So so what games work for it? Do you have any games that are compatible with it?
I have Fantasy Star Online. It works with it, and I think there's many others too. I know Sonic Adventures one, and I know there's some games they made that's kind of like computer games, like poker-like games. Like there's like a poker, and I think blackjack, and other computer games, and it works with I think Street Fighter games. I'll have to go back and look at the list. It was a whole big page of it. It was about I think about 50 games that's compatible with it.
Oh, Alex, you know what's coming up, right?
Oh, what? The cat. Oh!
No, not just that, but the ski lifts.
Oh, I forgot about the ski lifts. But I know he's going down DK Pass. Well, this is my favorite part too. I think it's also my mom's too.
Because it allows you to kind of just skip all the chaos that could be unfolding on the tracks below you.
And this is also a good way to sneak into first place real fast.
And if there's any bloopers that appear, like we just saw, because you're on the rail, it'll just immediately clear your screen.
Which is really good too. The only thing you gotta watch out for is the lightning and the blue shells when you're on the rail, on the ski lift. Uh-oh, red shell. Mamma mia.
Yeah, I saw a warrior up through that.
Uh-oh, blue shell coming your way. Oh, Azure, we think of those Burger King toys at Burger King's Tavern of Sonic.
it doesn't surprise me because I know Burger King has done promotion deals like that before. But if it's not for I wonder what it's for. If not for the Sonic movie that's coming out in 2 years.
I don't know. Maybe they're just having a theme. They didn't really say. They just said they're just having Sonic toys at Burger King. I hope your oldest nephew likes them. If he does go,
I'll definitely mention to my sister, and maybe she'll tell him.
I hope so because I think they said they're going to be available to February 6th of next year. And they're also going to have the crowns of Burger King crowns of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Hello, Adrian. How you doing today? Say Kamari. Now, talking about that stuff from Sega is pretty interesting, Azure. We had a lot of good talks about Sega.
It was just really interesting learning about so many things that you may have not known about before. Like I had no idea that there was all this squabbling between both Sega of America and Sega of Japan.
See, when I first heard about Sega, they said it was because Mario defeated Sonic, and I always kind of thought that was a little odd because I always kind of figured them being kind of friends, even back at that time, even though it was rival. And it turns out it had really the battle between Nintendo and Sega really ended up becoming the battle between Sega and Sega. It wasn't really about.
It wasn't Mario that defeated Sonic. It was basically Sega that defeated Sonic.
You know who it was? It was Dr. Eggman. I just had. And what's funny, in the end, Nintendo ended up helping Sega get back on their feet.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember reading that one article. It's basically both sides were kind of mad that they all had like their own different ideas, but they all kept going behind each other's backs and like sabotaging each other and trying to promote what their ideas were. In the end, they end up destroying themselves because of it.
I still remember how Sega America wanted to release the Saturn in September of '95, but they were pressured by Japan to release it in May, and so they basically just shadow dropped it at an E3 event in 1995, and that caught literally everyone by surprise, both consumers and retailers alike.
And I think I know how that really hurt them because you figure the 32X just came out in the holiday season of '94. And since the Saturn was $400, a lot of people didn't have the money to buy the Saturn or the games for it.
Well, it was also that literally one day after the 32X released in North America, the Saturn launched in Japan. So I'm sure there were people that saw that and thought, well, it's going to come here eventually, so I'll just wait. And we saw there were only about 40 games made for the 32X, and it was dropped probably within 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, the 32X was a failure.
What really killed the Saturn at E3 of 1995 was that famous line that PlayStation pulled where that man just walked up to the screen and announced $299.
Because
mic drop.
Because you figure the PlayStation was the 32-bit system, but it was $100 cheaper, and a lot of people went over the PlayStation.
Yeah, there were so many third parties, like Square Enix especially, or it was called Squaresoft back then. But there were so many third party companies that went over to PlayStation and flocked to their system.
Because we know there was
Squaresoft was one that worked for Nintendo, but they didn't like the fact that they were still using cartridges for the N64, so that's why they gravitated towards Sony with the PlayStation.
Then that night I was playing Castlevania Symphony Night, I was telling you about Symphony Night was originally going to be for the 32X.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
You telling me you don't think it would have been as good on the 32X?
I just don't think it would have sold as well.
And it said it had a different name. It wasn't called Symphony Night. It was called Castlevania: The Bloodletter. And then after the 32X failed, they reworked it for the PlayStation Saturn under the title Symphony of the Night. Now, I was thinking also another thing. Here's another mistake that Sega made. When Symphony Night was coming out, Sega should have teamed up with Konami and quite got Rondo of Blood for the Saturn. That would have probably helped them too.
I also wondered what would have happened if Sega had not turned down Sony's offer to work together and possibly to build a system between the two of them. Very similar to what happened with the well, it almost happened. The Nintendo PlayStation.
I guess the Saturn would have had the technology of Sega and the PlayStation, making it probably a really awesome system.
I wonder why Sega of Japan turned that offer down. Like, what did they have to gain from declining it? Besides possibly just pride and ego.
I think they said something too. It's about they didn't want to rely on companies to build their like parts for the consoles. They wanted to make like their own like parts for their own consoles, and not rely on group's technology.
And yeah, in the end, we saw what happened when they released Saturn. There were components inside the system that made developing games, even for Sega, difficult to do.
And that's one of the reasons why we never got Sonic Extreme.
We got a beta. We got a unreleased beta of Sonic Extreme.
I sent you that video, and you what I forgot what you said about it. You said something. It was quite different.
Well, because it was still in a beta phase, that's to be expected.
It's ending with the full game, what the final game would look like if it was released.
Yeah, I'm sure that if you've seen beta versions of other games, they always look different from when they launch. So I'm sure it would have looked much better if it had actually been released.
I think it would be too. There was a lot of mistakes that Sega made. They should have more instead of them all fighting each other. They should have really focused on like making good games for the audience. And if Tom Kalinske wanted the Genesis to keep going, they should have made the Saturn backwards compatible with Genesis games.
By the way, I'm just curious. Have you seen anything to indicate that people's predictions about how Sonic Racing Crossworlds would be the death of this game? Because I see nothing to support those early theories or just assumptions.
I don't think Sonic Racing Cross was ever gonna defeat Mario Kart World or ruin it.
Because I've seen gameplay. I'm like, it's fine, but it's nothing to write home about. Even if it has all these different crossovers, like they had SpongeBob, they have Minecraft, they have Hatsune Miku, but it's like that's not enough to outright kill Mario Kart. Because I've seen the game, like, yeah, it's fine, but it's not something I would play because I'm just not interested.
Well, now they're doing the same thing with Kirby Air Riders. They're all saying it's going to be the death of Mario Kart and Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
I mean, I think people are saying that because it's obvious how much of a passion Sakurai has for Kirby Air Riders, and he does. But I just think that it'll sell well, and the three games can hopefully just coexist, and people can choose what they want to play and just leave it at that. There's no need to say which one is better because I say so or because this person says so. Just Play the game you enjoy and leave it at that. Like, I can't believe there are still people that are saying, "Oh, this game sucks because so and so." It's like, just play what you want. It's like, why do you need to justify your game above any other game?
There's people that does that. It's about kind of like the Nintendo versus Sega thing a little bit, where one side said kind of like let me think. About like how one says like this game's better, the other one says this one's better.
I mean, honestly, there were people that said that the console war died after the 360 and Xbox and PS3 era was over, but it's like somehow, which it did technically, but there are still people that are, some people, a small minority, that are very vocal and they're trying to make a point for it. But to be fair, I can see what people are saying about Sega Racing Crossroads being the death of Mario Kart World, because did you see that commercial? It was Sega reused it from one of their earlier Genesis commercials where they compared Sonic Racing Crossroads to Mario Kart World, and they did the whole thing about how it's faster and everything.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
It was like it was like Sonic Racing Crossroads was a race car, and Mario Kart World was like this dumpy delivery truck or something.
I know.
It was basically just a reuse commercial from the 90s. I thought that was actually pretty clever.
I'm surprised they did that commercial because Sonic Racing Crossroads is on the Switch.
Yeah, it's on the Switch too, and on the Switch. Yeah, it's on all consoles. But I mean, I can see Sega was just being funny. Honestly, they weren't being serious. They were just being funny. I'm sure if Tom Kalinske saw that, he probably would have smiled.
I think he would too.
Because wasn't Tom Kalinske the whole thing about behind the whole Genesis does with Nintendo and taking pot shots at Nintendo with like all the commercials?
I remember I watched a lot of his commercials. I remember that there was that one where what was it? Oh, it was one of the old ones when Sonic first came out. It was that like, oh yeah, where Sonic's a good boy. Remember that commercial? I can't remember all the words.
Oh yeah. It was I guess that spokesperson, Hags, or humans against Genesis. Yeah.
And Sonic sticks his tongue out that guy, and that guy gets awful mad.
Yeah, it's like, why can't he be like that nice boy Mario? Oh, you little brat! Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
That was a funny commercial.
You gotta admit, Sega did have some pretty good commercials back then. That was one thing. If there's one thing the console wars between Nintendo and Sega gave, it was that they had pretty good commercials. Whether you disagree with them or not, whether you agree or disagree with them.
Both sides had pretty good commercials. I wish at Sega would have teamed up with Konami and we'd have got like more Castlevania games for the Saturn. Because those were really good platform games at that time, Castlevania.
And I feel Castlevania back then, I mean, you could disagree with me if you want, but I think Castlevania back in the 16-bit era, that was when it was at its best.
I think it was too. I've watched some of these later ones on Game Boy Advance, and they didn't get as good. Then that was kind of getting away from Gracker. They was kind of getting other like villains. It felt like Castlevania. And then
I remember seeing the Angry Video Game Nerds video on Castlevania for the N64, and it was just like nothing like what the original games.
I found it at the flea market. It's really fun. It was 3D.
I remember you said the controls were kind of clunky though, and it was nothing like how Zelda implemented a ZR targeting system in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
It is a little different from Zelda, because Zelda had where you could home in, lock onto enemies and fight them a lot easier.
And that was just such a revolutionary idea. There was actually one person, speaking of Ocarina of Time, have you ever heard of a Zelda tuber that goes by the name of Hyrule Gamer?
Nope.
He made a video months back maybe almost a year ago, where he was putting forth the theory about why we will never see another game like Ocarina of Time, and he was talking about it, like concerning its impact and everything. And I remember I commented on that video. I said, because Ocarina of Time, it was during a time when like the game industry was transforming, and with how it just implemented it went from 2D to 3D almost like flawlessly. I mean, Mario did so as well, and then Zelda followed it. That was just remarkable because we saw so many franchises that were 2D. They tried to go to 3D, and a lot of them just failed spectacularly because it was actually, back for the time, it was very difficult to do so without it being flawed. But Zelda and Mario pulled it off almost flawlessly.
Have you ever played Ocarina of Time, Azure?
I do. I played it more times than I probably should have. That's on the N64, the Master Quest version on the GameCube, and the 3DS version.
It was a really good classic. I think the original version on the 64 had a gold cartridge too, like the NES one.
Yeah, I think if you pre-ordered the game, you got the gold cartridge. I think that was the same for Majora's Mask too.
I was thinking about those old games. There's always going to be a place with those old games in our hearts. They're awfully fun too, the old retro games.
And not to mention, I feel there may be a future where, because games are, a lot of them, like, they need updates and patches to work, eventually there'll be a time where they won't be able to function because the services will be shut down, so you won't be able to get these updates and patches to play them. So they'll probably just end up being like coasters, and as a result, we'll be forced to fall back on our library of games like from the Wii and earlier that didn't require patches to work.
That is true too. I know. I'd like you tell me about the Switch 2. The Switch 2 needs that update to get online.
And there's a whole movement out there of people that are trying to say, like, stop killing games. They're all about game preservation.
There's this one group I think that it's Retrobit and a bunch of fans. They're trying to like go back and we make replacement parts for these old systems.
And there's also servers like Pretendo that are making servers available for some of these games that have online, but they died, like Mario Kart Wii and the first Splatoon game. So they're trying to keep like online games alive.
I think there's a group out there. No matter how advanced games you get, there's always going to be this one group that just loves the old retro games, and I'm glad there's a group like that. Because, oh yeah, that Castlevania game Dracula X I got, it is not the original. It's a reproduction one, but just works just like the original.
That's a reproduction. I thought that was the original. I thought that was the original cartridge.
Oh no, it wasn't. When I bought, he said he didn't have the original because it's like ultra hard to find. He said it's a reproduction, and I played it. It just works like the original. There's a lot of those groups that's remaking the old games, make new versions, and there's this one group on the internet working on the Siren. This one guy, he bought like a Japanese Siren, and he actually took the console apart and hooked it to his computer so he could make replacement parts. So in that case, if the Siren when the Siren does die, they can just go in and just rebuild it. I see you, Asher. You're right behind me.
Yeah, right behind you. We're all actually really close to each other.
If we never hit each other, we can all get in. We all can get ahead of the CPUs. Nice win, Maria.
Nice win.
Oh, Azure, what is your favorite retro video game system?
I think I want to. Well, okay. If the game, do you count the GameCube as retro, or are you talking like N64, Sega, and earlier?
Both, really.
I want to say my favorite classic game. I think it will have to be the Super Nintendo. Even though I didn't grow up with it, there's just so many great games on that system. It's like the games that we'll probably never see in such like glory again. That was like the place to go to for both first and third party games. It was just an incredible system.
Oh, yes.
It didn't sell as well as the NES, but it was still just a wonderful system.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good games. Like there's like games like Final Fantasy, Mario Paint, and you could also get the Super Game Boy and play Game Boy games on your Super NES and change the color of them too.
Yeah, I did that. I did that a lot when I would do playthroughs of Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. And there were even some games like the 1994 version of Donkey Kong for the Game Boy that if you played it on the Super Game Boy, it would actually it'd be like enhanced. You would actually have some voice lines from like Pauline or something. And I think it would also just be in maybe not, if not full color, it would at least have some color to it.
They had a lot of nice things at that time. Now they got nice things there for games. It felt like back in the old days with the old retro machines, they had like a lot of different accessories. Like on the Game Boy, you had the Game Boy camera that you take pictures of.
Yeah, it is interesting looking back, like some of these accessories that you had for these systems, and like some of them did well, some of them did not. It's just like interesting to look at them.
And what do you thought of those pages from those old Nintendo magazines I sent to you?
I really liked them. I thought they were interesting.
The back Nintendo Power, and there was that other group called Video Game Current Monthly, and they showed like all the different games. And I think there's another game group. There's like there's one for all Super Nintendo and one for all Sega Genesis, and there's ones where they just tell like their reviews on games. And there's back, and they also had the coupons in the old books too.
It's also interesting if you go back and look at some old Nintendo Power magazines. Sometimes like you'll find reviews, and like the reviews are very skeptical to say the least. Like the Angry Video Gamer looked at one during a holiday special. He looked at one with the reviews, and they were like, "It's for the original Legend of Zelda on the NES." The description was collect crystals to stop evil warlords.
I know they had kind of different like articles and reviews back at that time. They was almost like catchphrases almost.
By the way, there was also this other video. This is going to go on topic. There was this other video this person I follow made where he said it was in light of all how there's rumblings of a next gen Xbox and then a PlayStation 6, where he said we are not ready for next gen. And I'm like, I kind of agree. Like, do we really? Because I think the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X, they really had not shown their fullest potential, I feel, and this whole generation is kind of like a bust almost, with just a few exceptions.
I agree with you too, Azure. I don't think we're ready yet for the next gen of consoles yet. I think that should wait for quite some time before we go into that, because we just got the Switch 2 now. Did you know there's a knockoff version of the PlayStation 5?
There is?
Yeah, it's on Temu. It's called Game Station 5. It just looks like the console, but or a small version of it, and it plays 8-bit retro games.
I know that there was a Chinese ripoff knockoff version of the PlayStation 4.
What was it called?
I forget I forget. It was probably like some like power station or so. They couldn't use PlayStation. They call it something else. And then there was even a Chinese knockoff of the Switch. It was called the Smitch.
That is too much.
It was ridiculous.
Did you know there's also the V too? It's supposed to be a knockoff of the Wii.
I've heard the Wii Mini. I haven't heard the Wii 2. I remember that was what people were saying the next Wii would be called. Before it was called the Wii U.
Well, no, I was talking about a Chinese knockoff. It's called the V. VII.
Oh, the V. Oh, the V. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
No, I've not heard that one either.
You have to type it in. It's a knockoff version of the Wii.
Is it kind of sad that I get a guilty pleasure with looking at videos of people who look at not Chinese knockoff consoles that are like ROM hacks, and they're just like so terrible. I don't know why. I just get a kick out of watching people just in a way torture themselves because they're reviewing these terrible knockoff consoles.
There was this one console. It was supposed to be based on the old 64. It's called the Polystation. It's shaped like the old 64. I mean, it's shaped like the old PlayStation, but it don't use disc. It uses cartridges like the Super NES inside.
What console was that?
The Polystation, like Polygon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've not heard of the Polystation, no.
I'll have to see if I can find it. I know that one time me and my grandma looked at those. And they're still quite interesting. There's this one called the PlayStation 2. It's like PlayStation. They just took the P off, and they just called it PlayStation. The only thing I could think was Lay potato chips.
Those giant acorns are terrifying up close.
Those are terrifying. If they roll on top of us, they'll squash us like pancakes.
I bet you wonder how big are the if the acorns are that big, how big are the squirrels?
Oh no, giant squirrels. That would be nutty.
We would probably seem like minish size to them.
They probably chase us. We'd have to run for it. Oh, I almost forget, Asha. Did you see that video I sent you? It's called "Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea."
I remember you telling me about that.
That's the show me and my family watch. It's about that group that's in that submarine. They have to fight aliens and sea monsters. It's really crazy. It's a really crazy show.
Oh, GG, Victoria passed me at the very end.
Nice win, Victoria. Nice win, Victoria.
Hey, Alex, imagine this. Here's something else I pictured how they could change their emissions. Imagine if, let's say you're driving on a road,
Yes.
Especially the highways in the game. Like, just make it like be rush hour traffic in all lanes. So there's just like three times as many cars on the road. So it's a real challenge trying to avoid them.
Oh, that would be that reminds me of Toad's Turnpike from the 64, but like that. Chaotic. It would be chaotic. I love it.
Oh, Toad's Turnpike on mirror difficulty and on Mario Kart 64 is pure chaos. That's so hard.
That's what it reminds me of when you mentioned that. That would be like that oil in this game. The only thing worse would be to be 24 people instead of 8. It would just be all out war. It would be, it's a mad, 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 mad world.
I also said, imagine like if let's say you're driving from let's say Toad's Turnpike to what's a close one? Let's say Drive On's Burnout. Let's say that one time you're driving on that course and it's just a regular mission, but then you could drive on another time, and oh, what's this? The road is closed due to construction, so you have to take a detour. That's not as easy to traverse.
That would make it even more harder, but it would make it fun, challenging at the same time. That would be a good idea, Azure. I like that idea.
I mean, I don't know how they would implement it, but these are all hypothetical. But these are just the ideas I thought of.
Hopefully Nintendo would do something like that. That would make the game even more exciting.
I'm just waiting for them to give it like a major like 2.0 update or something. It was a whole, and it's more than just like allowing you to join up with your friends and knock out and increasing the frequency of 3 lap courses. Or as Nintendo puts it, like what is it, lap based courses.
Now we need a big update for this game. I'd love to see boss battles where all the players would have to team up in free roam and take on a big boss. Like Fury Bowser, or maybe a giant P Piranha.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Uh-oh. Blue Shell! Mamma mia!
I thought that would go for me at first.
Nobody's just gotten first long enough for it to target me. Oh, remember that night we looked at the different controllers on the 64, and there was that one that was really odd shaped looking. It would make it almost impossible to hold.
Yeah, and some people are already saying the official Nintendo 64 controller is kind of awkward to hold.
I saw that really odd one that I showed you. I saw it up at that flea market. Nice one, Azure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really interesting, just some of these third-party controllers that come out for systems. I mean, there are some that are basic and they just like it's the same controller, but they just don't have the logo on them. But then there are some that just they go completely out of their way and just make it unrecognizable.
Oh, I know. There was a lot of controllers that did that. They did that for Nintendo, Sega, and PlayStation.
I remember I had a third-party controller for the PlayStation once. I don't have it anymore, but I have one where it had just like the most awkward D-pad ever, and it just made playing some games impossible.
Oh, speaking of that one controller you showed me, it did not have D-pad. It was called Turbo 360.
The Turbo Touch 360 controller, yes.
Yeah, I saw it in my magazine, one of my old magazines. It said how you played it. You just like move your finger back and forth. You didn't press down it. It'd be like, okay, you know how like you do like some mobile games like on your phone.
Yeah.
Well, that was about what it was. You just slide your fingers your thumb back and forth, or up and down.
But we're talking about a controller that was designed to possibly play like fighting games and platformers. It's like that's tough to do with a touch-based controller.
Yeah, it would be because we're all so used to pressing the buttons. That would just be like sliding.
Oh, darn it!
What happened?
I got bonked by someone while I was trying to do the shortcut. I found the lava. I was also not positioned correctly when I did, so it was probably my fault as well. Even if it's to my even if it's to like not to my like not like it doesn't bet. It's like going for the shortcuts just because of how satisfying it feels to make it.
Some of the shortcuts are hard to pull off. I have trouble with some of them.
The ones in Bowser's Castle are I think some of the hardest. I mean, I still struggle with them nowadays.
I know on some of these shortcuts, if you don't time it just right, it can just be all over real fast. Oh, that Castlevania 64 game I found at the flea market. You have to have a memory card for it called the Controller Pack in order to save your game.
Oh yeah, I heard. I know. There were certain N64 games. I think Pokemon Stadium was one. If you want to save your game data or save certain save data, you need the memory card that hooked onto the back of the N64 controller, like the Rumble Pack.
Kind of remind me of the Dreamcast like memory card that how Sega used for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, didn't the Dreamcast have like memory cards you insert into the back of it?
Yes, you did. It's called, what was it called? I think it's called VUM. I think it was Virtual Unit Memory. That kind of reminded me that the Controller Pack memory card for the 64. Reminded me about how they did that with the Dreamcast.
It's interesting how we went from using passwords to using memory cards to just saving data on hard drives.
Yes, it has been amazing. I was looking, because if you go back and look at the history of gaming, we really came a long ways from, like what you just said, from passwords to memory cards down to hard drives. Nice win, Azure, on that Grand Prix.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like for example, there's one game that doesn't have a save feature. It uses passwords for the NES. Have you ever heard of a two-player game called Bubble Bobble?
I think I heard something like that, but I don't think I ever played it.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game for two players. They even have a new one now that was released for the Switch a few years ago, which I would like to play, but I haven't had a chance to yet. Where that game used a password system, and I remember I played it with my friend because it turns out playing in two players, that's the only way to get the true ending, because you had to play all the way with two players. And so every time until we beat it, I remember I was just like use a post-it note and just write down the password and just stick it to the cartridge.
Oh, speaking of passwords, did you know there was one password that you had to use on one Game Boy Advance game?
What's that?
It was called Popeye's Spinach Rush.
Interesting. Using a password game on most Game Boy games, at least a lot of the later ones, they'll actually just save the progress. So passwords are kind of rare in the Game Boy days.
And that one did use a password, and if you didn't use your password, you had to start all over again. I remember that game. I want to tell you because it was quite different because you had to use passwords instead of using the save feature like most Game Boy Advance games did.
Yeah, I wonder how people in the age of passwords, how do they remember them? Do they just do what I did? Do they just like use post-it notes and just stick it into write down the password and then just stick it to the cartridge?
I guess they did something like that. I know some books had I know there was some like instruction manuals and books where you could put your passwords in for certain games. I guess a lot of people just stuck notes to their cartridges and just put the password on it.
I mean, that's what I did, just because that was what I had. That's the thing that was most convenient, I guess. I did that for several games. I did that for Metroid. I did that for the I think I did that for the Oracle games on Game Boy Advance. We had to like transfer your data between the two with a password, and I did that for like I said, Bubble Bobble. I think I did that for the Adventures of Lolo and other games.
Another thing back we can't not forget about old games. A lot of games had cheat codes to help you out in games, like get extra lives or skip stages.
Yeah, especially with the Game Genie for the NES.
There was this one book I had as I was a kid. I think I still have it. It told like every like different passwords and cheat codes to help you out through different games. It did like the NES, Game Boy, and Super NES.
Yeah, I know there was a Game Genie for like N60, I think Game Boy and SNES, but I just remember the one for the NES.
Now the games they don't have all these codes. They're just you just play them straight through. No more codes. I remember there was that it was called the Konami code. It was for Contra, and you could start with 30 lives.
Yeah, I remember that. They did that. That was for the first Contra, and then I think they gave a different code for later games. Like there was one for the sequel, Super C, and but it didn't give you, instead of 30 lives, I think it gave you 10, but that was still plenty, honestly.
A lot of those old games had the old codes and stuff. There's this one code on Symphony of the Night. After you beat the game, if you use it, you'll start out with low HP and attack power and defense. It makes the game a lot harder.
Yeah, I remember there was in Ukulele there was a tonic that you could buy that would literally give you just 1 HP. And there was another one that like where enemies could take like 5 times as many hits to kill. Just for those people who wanted a little harder challenge.
I think there's a password for the old Mario Golf game on the 64 where you can unlock all the characters in one movement, and you can save your game and they'll stay with you forever.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there were. I remember there was a code for Spyro Ricto's Rage that as it was like you pause the game, put in like it was like square, 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 triangle, or something like that, and it would like unlock all of Spyro's abilities from the starts without having to pay for them.
And that was big in back in the 80s and 90s. They had all these different codes and passwords. Now they don't even have that for games. You just play the games now.
Yeah, and you know what also went away? The game manuals.
Oh yes, there's no more game manuals. Those are going to be collector's items in the future.
Yeah, I remember when the Wii U did away with them. They always, for every single time a game came out on the Wii U, they said, and don't forget to refer to the electronic manual of the game.
I know. I think the 3DS had a little bit of a manual, but not a whole lot. But the last systems that had manuals was like the Wii and the DS, really.
Interestingly enough, I guess it's because it was a third-party company. Shovel Knight by Yakuza Games, they released their Shovel Knight on the Wii U, and out of the kindness of their heart, I guess they included an instruction manual with that.
The old manuals were nice. Even
I didn't always look at them, but they were nice just to have.
they were some of the old games I've been buying, like for the Dreamcast stuff. They have the full manuals with them, and I've been keeping them up in my case. I've been keeping them in my case because in time they'll eventually all these manuals will be worth something. They'll also disappear.
Yeah, and they're already worth something now because if you try and find a game that has its manual, the seller like online they'll increase the price because of it.
I know, and also too a lot of the old box arts like for the Super NES, they're high too. There was this one box on eBay. I think I can't remember which game it was for. I think it was like $50 just for the box, not for the game.
Yikes! Yeah, that's why if I there's I think I told you this one time before. If I haven't, forgive me. There's this one website literally called Custom Video Cases, I think .com, and they sell like their own custom design cases for certain like old games. But the cases they make are very high quality, and they look just like the art looks just like the original box arts. Like there are certain games I've gotten game cases for like NES, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy games, and I've always ordered for them.
I'll have to check them out.
I mean, I can send you the link to their website. I've used them a lot.
Okay, I would appreciate that.
I'll just send the link on Discord afterwards. Yeah, it got to the point where I remember that they were one of the systems I had bookmarked earlier, just because I use them so much.
You was also telling me that one time a lot of people when they got like the Super NES boxes, they just threw the boxes out and kept the games. And you was also telling me at Sega had those like cases that you could store your games in.
Yeah, it was both the Sega Master System and the Genesis. Like they had their own cases to store games in, which definitely helped preserve games in a way. Nice first, Alex.
Thank you, Azure.
By the way, have you kind of strayed away from using the all-terrain outfit for Mario? I see you have the touring outfit.
I've been changing different outfits here lately. I'd kind of done the all terrain for a long time, so I kind of switched over.
I see. Speaking of which, I'm going to change my outfit now.
Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the picture of the V. I'm gonna send it to you. Oh, we got DK Spaceport.
It's a good thing Taj is not here.
Nope, it won't be. He's over there with ATBG and Invisible, so he won't be able to hear the monkey noises.
Of course, it all depends if they get DK Pass or DK Spaceport over there. Like maybe he would get annoyed regardless.
There's no escape from DK Pass. Oh, DK Spaceport.
I think it's confirmed after the collab with that you did last week with ATBPG. I think Taji dislikes the cow jokes and puns just as much as the monkey noises.
I think he does too. But when he really liked them, he just didn't want to admit that he liked those noises. Did you also know at some of the Final Fantasy games had like 3 or 4 discs with them to order to play the full game?
I know the GameCube, because they use those small optical discs. There were some games that required multiple discs. Like I know, for example, there was one game, Medal of Honor: Rising Sun. I think like the first 1 to 7 levels of the single player campaign, they were on the first disc, but then the remaining like 2 or 3 levels plus the local multiplayer was on the second disc.
I also think Final Fantasy VII had multiple discs to order to play through the whole game.
And it's also incredible how there were some games like Final Fantasy and Metal Gear Solid on the original PlayStation that even if you had a memory card, it would eat it. Some of the save files on there would just eat up so much of your memory card space. Like it wouldn't just be one file; it would be like sometimes multiple files.
And I don't think the memory cards back then had a lot of memory to them, like today's memory
No,
cards.
they didn't. They did not.
No, I know you
In
could.
fact, I remember. I remember my dad. He used to work as a cartographer, and there was. I forget this. I'm probably blanking on the specifics, but he once told me that this was probably back in the, if not the late '80s, then I think it was the early '90s. He was proposing this like system where it was like a pre it was like a prequel to what now is Google Maps. Like have all these satellites just take pictures from above of the map and just lay it out on a website. And the cost, I mean, they said that how much memory that would take was, at the time, it was astronomical. But he said now that data and much more can be stored on a simple smartphone SD card.
I know the stuff you took a lot of data. Nowadays, it's just one little memory card. It can just hold it all.
Speaking of DK Spacebar, I'm going to change my character. I have the perfect character in mind. There we go.
Oh, you're Donkey Kong, and I'm Cal.
Yeah, I'm decided to be Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
It's just a shame he only has one outfit. I wonder what his other outfits could be.
I don't know.
Speaking of outfits, one fear I have for any characters they may add later on, I feel they'll probably just treat them as NPCs and they won't even give them one costume. They'll be relegated to characters like Spike or Monty Mole and they don't have a single costume to their name.
Oh, I found that knockoff version of the Wii Azure. I'll send it to you after this race.
All right, sounds good.
I think you'll be amazed by this console. Me and my grandma talked about this when we first saw this.
I'll also see if I can find you a picture of that knockoff of the Switch. I believe it was called the Smitch or something. I'll try to see if I can find that and send to you.
There's a lot of knockoff vehicles. I mean, not vehicles. I mean consoles. But the only thing I was wondering, why haven't these like third-party companies got sued by Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft for these ideas?
I don't know. I guess because they're not really probably seen as a threat or relevance. I mean, I think the only reason they went after Pal World was because of how big Pokemon is to Nintendo.
Oh, Blue Shell, I stopped it. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get that sent to you. Okay, I sent it to you, Azure. I think you're gonna be amazed by this knockoff version of the Wii.
I think I found the Switch console. Here is the Nanika Smitch. That's its name.
Sounds awful close to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks very similar. It has the neon red and blue. I don't know if they're Joy-Cons, because they probably can't come off, but it has the similar color design. After this race, I'll send it to you on Discord.
Okie dokie.
I'll check out that knockoff Wii console, which I can only imagine how bad it must look. I've seen some knockoff Wii consoles, and they all just look terrible.
This one don't look too terrible. It's kind of more of a joke, really. This console. Oh yeah, and it don't use disc; it uses GBA cartridges.
Oh, so it's more like a ROM. It's kind of like a ROM hack. It has a whole bunch of Are you saying it has a whole bunch of GBA games built in or something? So it's kind of like an illegal ROM.
It's kind of about something like that, but it's shaped like the Wii, but with some different. But just they changed maybe a couple different things about it. But the games, the cartridges are shaped like GBA cartridges, but they're their own games. It's kind of makes me claim a knockoff and a ROM hack. It's called the V. It's more.
Of course, they had to make it close to the Wii, but they can't call it that for legal reasons, obviously.
They're calling it. They just took. It's quite different for its time.
It's also how these console knockoffs they're often nothing more than just like they have a collection of just poorly emulated past games. Like they're not original games. They're just games from past NES games or something like that. And they're just very poorly emulated.
I know a lot of them like that. I think the V has its own original games. I think it's from China.
Yeah, I think this Nanika Smitch that I'm gonna say. I think it said the article I thought said surfaced in Colombia, so maybe it's a Chinese knockoff and it was sent to Colombia, or it was made in Colombia originally. I'm not sure.
They're interesting. Oh, speaking of different consoles, Azure, did you hear about the Sega Neptune?
Yeah, the console that was scrapped because it was basically just going to be a standalone 32X.
They said I was reading about the Sega Neptune. It was basically just the 32X just built inside the Genesis, really.
And I'm sure there are some people that have said that's what the 32X should have been in the first place. It's all down to interpretation.
It's quite different.
And what people say.
It is funny that Sega started using the names of the planets in the mid-90s.
All right, Alex, I'm sending you that picture of the Mika Snitch now.
Okay.
Yeah, that V looks so terrible.
It doesn't look like
similarities, but my gosh, it looks so. That looks like it's just a piece of plastic.
it does. Oh, I see the console you sent me. It looks like you could flip it upside down because you can see that, and the D-pad looks like the PlayStation pad.
Yeah, it has like what? It has like four different D-pads, not D-pads, but you get the point. It has like D-pads.
Because you figure, it's like here's the buttons and there's the D-pads. But it looks like the way how the system's designed looks like if you turned it upside down, you could play it the other way.
I have to wonder if because the Joy-Cons are similar, they have the same amount of buttons. Is it possible that just like the Switch, you can detach them from the screen?
I don't know.
I never investigated that far.
Do you have one?
No, I would, and you'll never catch me with one.
I doubt none of us will probably get one of those.
Honestly, if I did, I would never play it. I'd probably just keep it in like a case or something. It would solely be a collector's item.
I'd probably cry them just one time just to see how they like, just out of curiosity.
By the way, can I also admit something regarding the Switch? It was last year when Nintendo released Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. They released that Hyrule themed Switch Lite, and I actually, using credit from GameStop, I actually did buy that, but it has not been taken out of the box, and it never will because it's solely a collector's item.
You always want to keep that in the box because I figure in time, since it wasn't it limited edition?
I don't know. I mean, you would think so, but I mean, I was able to find it easily. So I'm sure maybe it'll probably. If not, it will be, honestly.
I figure about in another 50 years or later or beyond our time, these consoles will be worth something. And they'll probably eventually, and even they're not worth like something will be in the future, they'll eventually disappear. And people will always be able to look at them and look at the history of them. Didn't you send me a picture of it back, the Zelda Switch Lite?
I did. I sent you a picture of the back and the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It's really nice looking.
It is, yeah. But like I said, it's staying in the box. It's never gonna see the light of day.
It went like years from now. It ends up in the museum.
I wouldn't be surprised. If they, especially if Nintendo ever has a Zelda museum solely dedicated to the Legend of Zelda.
All just a video game museum where they just show like all the different consoles.
That would be that. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that to me. They should have a museum for all these interesting consoles.
I hope
both official and maybe even like knockoff.
I hope someday. That's why I'm kind of collecting these old systems. I hope someday I can open up like a museum and show like all the different consoles and accessories and everything. Because eventually one day all these systems, they're gonna be gone one day. They're gonna disappear in time. And there should be like some remembrances of them. Because there's one guy I was talking to, he was saying the Dreamcast is getting harder to find. And he was saying like eventually it will be gone one day. And that will happen to all these systems one day. They'll just be gone.
Oh, I almost got seconds.
I got fourth.
That shock really ruined it.
I know it did. Nice win, Maria.
Yeah, nice way to just take the lead there.
So Asha, thank you for sending me that picture of that knockoff Switch.
No problem.
Well, we followed the V.
Yeah, the V looks absolutely terrible. It looks so cheap. I remember. I don't think it was the same console. It could have been, but it may have not been. Years ago, there was a content creator who found a knockoff Wii console at a flea market for like, I think he said like $1 or maybe $10, and he said like the whole thing was just terrible.
And a lot of these knockoff consoles are not as good. There was one video. Excuse me. Yeah, there was this one video I found. It was of the Game Station 5, which a lot of people calls the GS5. It was this guy showed like his original PlayStation 5 and the Game Station 5. The Game Station 5, when he picked it up there was like a part of it. It was real loose because it was made out of a cheap plastic, while the PlayStation 5 is made out of a stronger plastic.
And there are some consoles that, well, not third party, they still end up terrible because like the people behind them are more interested in scamming people than actually providing a product. In some way it gives Kickstarter a bad name because there are some genuinely good Kickstarter projects out there, but then there are some of these people who scam people and it just gives Kickstarter a bad name.
I know. There was this one like 64 king quad bot. It was a knockoff one. It was working real good the first day. Next day it just broke, and we could not ever return them.
And I kid you not, there was this one. I want to say it was on Kickstarter or a site like this. Back in I don't know if it was 2014 or 2015. Whenever Sega released this like 20th anniversary PlayStation themed PS4, it was like they had the color scheme and everything of the original PlayStation. It was a limited run, so obviously you knew it was going to be like, if people will buy it up and sell it for astronomical prices.
Oh yes, they would.
There was one person who went above and beyond that. He planned to buy it up and then release.
Oh no! We got communication error.
It failed miserably. I don't think he even got $100. So, and he was asking for like, I don't know, a few grand at least.
Actually, I hate to do this to you, but you have to repeat that. Our connection broke up there for a few seconds.
Oh, my apologies. So, the person on Kickstarter wanted like thousands of dollars to film this destruction of the 20th anniversary PS4, and he said like, oh, if you support me, you'll get like a piece of the destroyed console, or you'll get like released for early access or something. But in the end, he only got like maybe barely over $100 because everyone saw right through it.
Well, there's people out there that cause cons people on those video game consoles.
And like I said, this 20th anniversary PS4 that was released, it was a limited run, so obviously it was going to be people would probably buy it and try to sell it for a high price on eBay or other sites.
Oh, actually, I had to make a new room. We got disconnected about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, hold on.
Okie dokie.
It says we're still in the same room though. Did you create one? I'm still in the same room as before.
No, I got disconnected out of the room. I had to make a new one because I couldn't get back in.
Oh, that room. Oh, yeah, I see it. It's just Kalahari, Victoria, and I. Yeah, it's just three of us. Okay, so yeah, after this one, let's see. I think I can actually just exit out right now.
No, finish that race. Finish that race first.
Oh, okay. I don't think it'll make much of a difference though if we had to enter another room, but okay, I guess I'll just do the race. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the game chat room or something. I wasn't aware you were talking about an actual like lobby of the game.
Well, when single broke up there a little bit ago, I got thrown out of the Mario Kart lobby. I had to make a new one.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
It just happened real super fast. Hello, Wolfblade. How you doing today?
This is probably one of the few times that Cameron gets turned me into dry bones.
That is different.
I mean, for a dry bones burnout, it makes sense, but it's one of the few times that's happened.
You just joined the Snow Wolfblade? That's really good. That's a very interesting system you sent me, Azure, about the knockoff Switch system.
Yeah, after the stream, I'll look it up and see if I can find any more information about it.
Okie dokie. Oh, and I gotta find that other console for you. It's called the Polystation. Oh yeah, while I'm waiting for you guys to rejoin, I can look for that.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're on the third lap, so won't be too much longer.
That would give me enough time just to find the Polystation. See if I can find it. Huh?
All right. It's the race slower, so I'll exit out of the room and rejoin you.
Okie dokie. That gave me enough time to get that console for you. Enjoying hot chocolate with Thai marshmallows, Wolfblade. That sounds yummy. Let's see here. I'm gonna send that picture to you now. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do a knockout tournament. We're gonna go over see Invisible and ATVG.
That sounds good. Yeah, it has been almost 2 hours, so I think that this will be a good stop before afterwards.
Okay, I think I'm gonna. Oh, I think I'm gonna pick the Cloud Rally.
Okay, well, I'll pick something else then. I was gonna pick that, but I'll pick something else. I'll do the cherry.
Oh, before the race starts, I sent you that pic. I sent you the picture of the Poly Station.
This is the PS man.
There's another one, but
It's short for Pauline. Oh, short for Pauline Bashiansi.
oh yeah, it's the one below it. I think there's like two different versions of it.
Yeah, that definitely looks just like a PlayStation, all right.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you open up the disc area, it don't use disc. It use cartridges.
That's very interesting.
And there's another knockoff PlayStation of the PlayStation 2. It's called the Lay Station 2. They just took the P off, and all I can think of is Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, I'll take baked Lay's chips any day. I love those. Not the original. I love bakes.
Have you ever tried Doritos, Azure?
Oh, I love Doritos, especially when it comes to nacho cheese and the Cool Ranch.
There's this one flavor. It's called. Oh, let's see if I remember what it was called. It's called. I think called tangy pickle flavored.
Oh, geez, I would not try that. No, thank you.
And there was another. There was a whole bunch of nut flavors, and there was one called sizzling cheeseburger flavored. I think it was called. And there's another flavor. It's not here in the United States. I think it's like in Asia. It's called fried chicken Doritos. You're playing as Luigi, my brother. Mamma mia.
And not just Luigi, but he's in his Japanese outfit. I forgot what it's called, like the Hoppy outfits or something. It's different for certain characters.
I think that is what it's called.
The one for Yoshi is called Matsuri. By the way, Gamer with 7 has confirmed that I'm not sure when, but he has confirmed he will do a redo his streams where he'll have to hunt down all the P switches in the game.
What time will he be showing those? I'll watch them.
I'm not sure. He just said that he's going to do it, but he hasn't actually given a timeline for it yet. Yeah, no clue if it'll be sometime this year or if he'll do it next year. I just know that he's going to do it.
I'm glad he's going to do them again. Those were all fun, the P switches.
I hope that Toad doesn't sue me. I just hit his car with my boomerang. He even gave a shot reaction.
Poor Toad.
Oh, I see Kamek. Yep, here he is.
I got turned into a Goomba.
Yeah, and so that we Goombas on the course, maybe.
Oh, Azure,
There they are.
Oh no, they got me. Mamma mia. Oh, Azure, are we thinking that Poly Station?
I'm actually interested to see some of those cartridges that they use, like what they look like. But I'm curious to also look at the video. You open up the disc tray, and instead of using disc, you use cartridges. That's just interesting.
That would be interesting. Hello, Javin. How you doing today? Javin's in the chat.
Hello, Javin.
Oh, Asher, at Burger King, they have a drink called cotton candy flavored.
That's a drink?
Yes, that's a drink. It's actually really good. Last year for Halloween, I think it was at Burger King, they had a purple hamburger bun.
I think, wasn't there also like, I think maybe it wasn't Burger King, I think it was McDonald's, didn't they, for a limited time around Halloween, they have like a grimace flavor, like milkshake or something.
What was the name of the fast food place?
I want to say it was McDonald's, but I could be wrong. Or maybe I don't know if it was a burger or if it was like a milkshake or something.
Got a hamburger here. Delicious hamburger. What happened, Javin? Javin says a weird thing happened to him.
I wonder what that is.
Tell us, Javin. Is it something with Nintendo, Javin?
Whatever it is, I hope you're all right.
I hope so too. Oh, I wonder how Jack's doing now.
I hope he's just resting his throat. All right, finally, Maria. Oh, now I'm pro race for Luigi. Okay, being snazzy in his NASCAR-like outfits. Honestly, this should be the pro racer outfit instead of all terrain.
It should be.
I mean, it screams racer to me.
Oh, buffaloes. Have you ever tried the buffalo wings from Pizza Hut?
No, I haven't. I'm not a big wings person.
Javin's that inappropriate person just added him on the Switch.
Oh no! I hope it's not someone that. What did you say? Like, inappropriate or?
Inappropriate, he wrote. He got listed right here on the chat. He said
Okay.
they just added him. How would they just add him?
Now the only way they can add you is if they send you a request and you approved it, or if you send them one they approved it. They can't. You can't just add someone without their approval.
We know.
If that's the case, then I just say you should go and delete them from the friend list and give them a block.
It was you know who. Javin just said.
Yes, that individual.
Is that how he's able to get into those games? He just adds us without our permission.
It could be, but it also could be if he has like if he can just put in the room code possibly, and that could also be how he's getting in.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, Nintendo's blocking system on the Switch, it really does not work, so I wouldn't rely on it much.
I found this one thing. It was about Sega. They said Sega had an idea for a Metroid game, but Nintendo turned it down. Nice win, Asher. The Mario Bros came up in the top 2.
Yes, they did. So, you want to end it here, or you want to do pictures? What is your call?
I guess we'll do pictures real fast. We always do pictures. Hello,
Sounds
Sue. How
good.
you doing today? We always gotta have our pictures. That would give me time to get the. I'm sorry that happened to you, Javin. Did you get the problem solved?
What other expressions do I have? Yeah, I guess that's a good one. I'll use that.
Oh, I like this thumbnail at ATBG made. It's both two baby peaches. One's ATBG and one's invisible. Really cute thumbnail he made.
I'll have to check it out, but I'm sure it is cute.
We're gonna be going over there after the pictures to do a raid.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it, especially invisible.
It's gonna be a double raid. We'll be raiding both of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got my pictures if you're ready.
I just gotta get the link in here and
Right.
the hashtag command.
Just for fun, I'm gonna get one more of the back. See if I can get a back pose. There we go. That's a good one.
You have to activate game chat. You have to have a Switch too, and I think you have to even use like your phone number or use a QR code to get into it. I'll have to find video of it, Javin, and send it to you to Sue.
Yeah, I forgot the process of how to do that, but I remember it was very easy to like 1 minute to do. Of course, for people who are, I think if they're under the age of 18, I think there's other steps like maybe for parental controls are involved, but I'm not knowledgeable about that.
I don't think people under 18 can use it.
I think they can, but they just need parental. There was a video where Nintendo like showed parental approval for using game chat if you're under 18. They showed that video of Bowser approving Bowser Jr. to like game chat with like Goomba and Boo and Spike. It was a very cute video.
I think I've seen that in Bowser's Protecting Bowser Jr.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We're gonna do a video pose for a little while longer. Maria wants to join.
Okay, she can cut. Sure, she can. I'm still working on the hashtag command. She can come in. We got time. Sure, Maria, you can come in. Oh, Javin, Javin, have you got that? Have you got that inappropriate person block on your Switch? Oh, while we're waiting for Maria, oh yeah, Maria, we're at the Great Question Block Ruins.
Let's see, what is this outfit actually called? Let's see. Yeah, it is called the. Okay, it is called the Happy. Okay, I just wanted to know. Oh, it's turn to sunset.
Okay, Maria's in the lobby with us. Let's see where she's at. I don't see her.
Oh, here she goes. Is that?
It must be her.
I assume it is. Let's say hello. Do a from the front, and then we'll also do one more from the back. Some of these characters have really good animations in the back. Let's see. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Did everyone get their pictures?
I'll just wait in this pose until everyone confirms.
Okay. Oh, actually, I was testing out that keyboard today for the Dreamcast. It's really quite different how you could use the keyboard to talk to people back when you play online on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I'm curious how much internet access the Dreamcast had. I'm sure it was pretty, because this was back in the days, still in the days of dial-up internet. High-speed internet was a luxury. See the moon. I'm still thinking about the time where we did the couch for the moon at Starview Peak.
Oh, that was a fun night.
Okay, so Victoria has confirmed she's got her photo, so.
I got
we got someone else in the lobby. We got another Mario player, I just noticed.
Oh no, I'll never get to my raid.
I have no clue who they are. Let me check real quick. Who's that? Okay, so someone named Chris. Maybe it's Chris. Let's just pretend it's Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's Mario.
I mean, he's reprising his role as Mario in the next movie, so why not?
I think Chris Pratt did a good voice for Mario. I remember.
Yeah, people. There's some people that didn't like him as Mario, but I thought for what he had to work with, he did a good job.
I think he did a really good job on it. I think he really put a lot of heart into Mario. Because when you hear him talk to Mario, it doesn't just sound like he just doing just like a voice. He's actually trying to be. He is Mario.
I'm actually gonna go see what that thumbnail you mentioned that ATV did. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Invisible has a similar thumbnail. That's also right.
But it's got it got two baby peaches up there. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Oh, another game chat invite. Who's it from?
I bet it's from Invisible.
Let's see. No, it's from Dewey, also known as Astonish. That's all right. We're almost done here. Okay, you know what, Chris? I'll take a picture just because. Why not?
Okay, I got another picture.
I'll take that. I'll take one more.
Because ATV Gamer and Invisible does about 2 hours, and about 15 more minutes they'll be finishing up.
Yeah, they'll probably. Yeah, they're gonna be. They'll be on for 2 hours shortly, so I'm sure they'll be wrapping up soon. Unless it goes extra, just like yours with your collab did last Friday.
I don't know, but I'm not going to take that chance because I don't want to miss out Game of the Raid.
That's true.
So I'm going to go. Hold on. I'm not going to end the game chat. I'm just going to mute my mic just for a second.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, please give a like, share, and subscribe to Alex Super Nintendo Gamer for more fun Mario Kart live stream adventures from Alex Super Nintendo Gamer. I'll see you guys Wednesday for the final part of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Have a great day and God bless you, my friends. See you Wednesday for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And woohoo! And God bless you, my friends.